back as far in time as you want, but what was like the most inspirational local music show you ever saw?
Well, there's two different. I'd say one of the most influential has to be, I'd say, Margaret Heater, era 1999. Not necessarily influential, but it was just really cool to see those guys have so much energy for a live local band that actually never got signed. It was unbelievable.
Probably have to be Gold Mine Squad, Ice Station Zero stuff, man. Good friends, and they really were something back in the day. We had some good times.
The show that knocked me on my ass was when I saw Lennox live for the first time, and I heard those guys play, and I heard Phil sing, and I just thought it was absolutely unbelievable that those guys were not signed. And just the thick sound that they had, amazing.
There was a big music festival in Annapolis, and it's the first time I saw Gold Mine Squad, the first time I saw Lennox, the first time I met people from Fourth Element. But I went to see Margaret Heater.
Actually, I think if I can remember back, I would probably say when a few of my buddies in Gold Mine Squad played the HF Festival. They were able to get a pretty decent venue and play in front of thousands and thousands of people, so that was pretty awesome for them.
That would be the last time we played with A Freudian Slip and Almost Kings, and we all got naked and oiled up backstage. It was wonderful.
Awesome, dude.
In a completely heterosexual way.
Havoc in Hollywood.
Was Havoc in Hollywood until they broke up.
It was Eat Your Neighbors probably about 2 years ago. It was a kick-ass show.
I was at Redfish in Canton and seeing Voodoo Blue and 1154 play back in the day.
When we got to play with Polka Dot and oh my god, and Knives Out on the same show, and that was amazing.
Oh, Knives Out was, you know, they were just on point.
Probably have to say Laughing Colors, actually. Makes me want to think back to like Laughing Colors, bands like that when I was in high school. Is that still your answer? I'm sorry.
I know he just said it, but I'm gonna have to say Laughing Colors at Quadmania in 1990. I want to say 7, maybe 6.
Oh man! I tell you what, the first band that I saw that I thought rock was Apophis, and then seeing these guys, Almost Kings, Bob, and I've seen A Freudian Slip for like 2 songs, and those are probably the people that would bring in my brain.
There's a band that's no longer around called Last Band. They're a really good, solid band.
Yep.
Basement in Bethesda, basement of a church, and Underscore used to headline with All Time Low opening.
The one that started me wanting to play was a band called Mystic Force in the late 80s, and they played a show at the Cameo Hall on Harford Road. And it was the first time I'd seen a band come out and be a real band.
I remember I was pretty young, I want to say 18 or 19, and I went to the 8x10 well before it was rehabbed in the 8x10 that you know now. And I walked in there, and I showed my ID that clearly said I was 19 years old, and I still got a wristband, which was excellent. And walked in, and Jimmy's Chicken Shack was on that night, and it was packed, and we just smashed into each other all night and left drenched in sweat and half drunk. And it was my first Jimmy's Chicken Shack show at the 8x10, and it was awesome.
I met my husband watching him play in a Baltimore band in Baltimore.
It gave me faith because I was like, this many people can respect original music in Maryland.
You know, you don't have to be like world famous to be, you know, to get people to love your music, so.
The kids loved it. I loved it.
The caliber of bands needs to rise up.
And I have to admit that playing in Baltimore is just a great experience in general with all the local bands because you get a lot of support from, even if they don't know who you are.
Man, the experiences I've had playing in local music scene in Baltimore, they never stop topping each other, you know what I'm saying? So.